How are you lovely people doing today? My name is John and welcome to a fantastic, a beautiful, and on fire episode of the Zombie Storyline Q&A. In this series, I take your questions about the zombie storyline and, well, I answer them. Whether it be a big, a small, or a simple question, I'm more than happy to answer it. So go ahead, leave your questions down below. Maybe I'll see it and, hey, maybe I'll answer it. You may even be in the next episode if you want. There are multiple ways you can submit your questions for this series. The first way is to tweet me at JohnnyJ25. I'm always checking my Twitter, and it's probably one of the best ways to get in touch with me. I'm always on Twitter. So you can go ahead, tweet me at JohnnyJ25 with your question, and we'll get seen pretty much right as you send it. Another thing you do is leave it down in the comments below. I go through all the comments and I guarantee your question will get seen. You may even be in the next episode. Before I begin, there's a couple things I want to talk about. First off, I have been uploading to my second channel lately, so you can check that out. A link is down below if you'd like to get more John in your life. In addition to that, I'm also helping out a local band in my area with some music videos and some lyric videos. So if you want, can you guys go please check out down in the link below Springhouse Revival. They do sort of like folky type music. It's not too bad. It might not be exactly your style, but if you could please go check it out, that would be fantastic. That's about it though for self-promotion. Let's get rocking and rolling with the episode. We're gonna kick this episode off with a question from Zach Sakuwai, who asked, do you think in any way the COD Advanced Warfare zombie storyline will link into Black Ops 3 zombies in any way? By the way, love your vids, keep it up. Thanks, Zach. So here's the thing. I'm probably going to be seeing this question a lot in my comments as the months go on, and that's why I'm answering. I want to take the time to really set the record straight. I don't think in any way the Advanced Warfare zombie storyline will link into the Black Ops 3 zombie storyline. There may be some sort of exosuit zombies, but as far as we know, it's just going to be pretty par for the course as we know from Treyarch zombies. It won't be anything like Exo Zombies. Their stories will be completely separate. And we think about the development history of Call of Duty. The three different studios never really link their stories together. They may allude to each other every so often. However, for the most part, they keep their own stories separate and they never really cross them over. So it wouldn't make sense for Exo Zombies to link into Black Ops 3 zombies. Plus, they're two completely different studios with completely different ideas. I would not expect Exo Zombies to have any relation whatsoever to Black Ops 3 zombies, just like how Exo Zombies doesn't link into the zombie storyline that we currently know. Moving on, we have a question from Jake Hardy, who asks, hey John, I have a question that's been picking on me. What happened in Kino Der Toten? Also, I love your vids. Thanks, Jake. So, there's a number of things that we can learn from Kino Der Toten. One of the first things was how it was created. They tried to create mind control. They wanted to control the zombies, and they initially did this within the Verrückt Insane Asylum. However, this did not go well. As we know, Verrückt got overrun, and they moved on to Kino Der Toten. The idea behind Kino was it was a much larger space. They could actually work with more zombies because they have more room. They would strap them into the chairs, play a series of images over the projector, and then hopefully that would allow them to brainwash and mind control the zombies. They saw a little bit of success. They were able to teach some simple commands to the zombies and prevent them from attacking. However, success was fleeting and very often amounted to barely anything. So they never really got good at mind controlling the zombies. Eventually, things just got out of control and the Kino Der Toten facility became overrun. Now, another thing they did there was also work with Nova 6 and create the Nova 6 crawlers that we hate to this day. Now, there are some tricky things going on with Richtofen. Richtofen didn't know that Kino Der Toten existed. We learned that in the little opening loading screen of Kino. Richtofen had this kept secret from him. Dr. Maxis didn't want him to know about it, and this really shows us the divide between them two as they're starting to hide their projects from one another despite the fact that they should be working together. We can sort of see this animosity and this dislike towards one another amounting until it eventually culminates in Deriz when Richtofen tries to kill him. So we start to sort of see tension develop between the characters, and we also see some ways that Group 935 was working with the zombies, and that's really what we can draw from Kino Der Toten. So we're going to end today's episode with a question from Alexander Lambros, who asks, what's the whole point in the Navcards? As far as I know, I've done everything that you can do with them, and I didn't get anything for it. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate the way the Navcards turned out. What happens is you plug in all three Navcards into their respective pylons. We have the transit pylon, the dive-rise pylon, and the buried pylon. They then link up, they begin to send energy between one another, and then whoever you want to win, whether it be Maxis or Richtofen, will assume control, and they will basically rule the world, and then they can do with the world what they want. Now that's what the Navcards do, it just links up all the pylons. Unfortunately, it's a little bit anticlimactic. Everybody was thinking we'd get something cool out of these Navcards, but we didn't. There was much speculation though that would have unlocked something, maybe some kind of mini game or some kind of extra level, or maybe we would have gotten some kind of cool reward by linking them up, but unfortunately, we didn't. It may have actually been in the works and was scrapped, however, we can never really say for certain. It's just at the moment, the Navcards don't really do anything, nor do we expect them to ever do anything. It's just unfortunate. But that's about it for this week's episode of the Zombie Storyline Q&A. If you enjoyed the video or found it interesting, hey, maybe give it a like, or you can subscribe. I upload multiple Zombie Storyline Q&As a week, and if you enjoyed this one, I'm sure you'll love the next one. If you want, there are two ways you can submit your questions. The first way, tweet me at JohnnyJ25, or you can leave them down in the comments below. I'd like to remind you guys once again to please check out my second channel where I've been uploading some videos. If you'd like more John in your life, it's the place to be. A link down below. You can also check out the band that I've been helping create some music video and lyrics for. It may not be your cup of tea of music, but hey, I recommend you give it a try. It does actually sound pretty nice. Spring House Revival, a link down below. Thank you guys, have a wonderful day, and bye.